Hey everyone, it's Sarah's Night, back again with the EX LP of Resident Evil Director's Cut, going on Chris's game in Arrange mode. And to be honest, I actually haven't even thought about what it is I have to do next before I got in here. We're just going to continue on exploring backwards on the West Wing, I think. Although, come to think, I don't even remember whether I actually checked this door or not. It appears I was wrong about the sword key thing. No, I sure wasn't. I must ask, where is it that I get the sword key? Huh. Well, perhaps that can be answered upon going from the top floor down. Oh, by the way, this is off topic, but I actually was going to do this a little bit earlier tonight, except I noticed that Noah Antweiler, you know, the Spoony one on YouTube, he had actually put out the last part of his Final Fantasy XIII review that he started probably at least a year ago. I'm glad he finally finished it and showed me just how bad the story truly is in that game, among other things. I mean, we all know that Final Fantasy XIII sported the worst battle system of the Final Fantasy games by far, but honestly, the story is like even worse. And I don't. But yeah, you know, if you haven't checked out his Final Fantasy XIII review and you're a fan of the franchise, well, you know, I suggest looking it up on YouTube. But he finally finished it a while ago, so I was eager to see how the story ended specifically in Final Fantasy XIII. Lan just kind of gave me a rundown of it, but I never actually, you know, saw the actual like cutscenes during the ending parts or anything for myself. Which, that's only because, I mean, I tried to convince myself it was good at the time, but honestly just couldn't take it after like chapter 5. Probably only about a third of the way through. But yeah, it seems the opinion is actually that most people actually hate the game, but for some reason it's retained some measure of popularity. I think Lantis told me the other day, 1/2 of the Mooncrest, well, that's progress, I guess. And that's just the researcher's will as usual, which of course says the exact same thing on Chris's game as well as Jill's. We'll see if we can scare up a few more ink ribbons. Alright. Yeah, Lantis told me that, to his knowledge, actually Final Fantasy XIII is well loved in Japan for God knows what reason. I can only assume it's because they're insane. But yeah, here, I mean, I know of like literally 2 people, of all the people who have played the game, YouTube or from YouTube or in real life. It's, I mean, only like 2 people like it at all. It's just been so disappointing, and I consider it officially from there to have just completely gone downhill. I really respected the franchise up to 12, and although unlike seemingly the majority opinion, I actually really liked Final Fantasy XII. I thought the battle system was an excellent way of making it faster without completely taking away your control with the use of the Gambit system, but I seem to be in the minority on that. But it's like what seems to make 13's battle so bad in comparison to 12 is that, you know, yeah, it's like a form of auto battle like 12 is, except on turn-based, in a turn-based combat. I mean, how would you ever figure that was a good idea? The Gambit system made me feel like I still had just the precise level of control while still, you know, not having to micromanage anything. But again, that's just me. I think most people would agree that the series was overall very well liked and very popular up until about 13, and then it just seemed that a lot of people have lost their faith in Square's ability to produce a decent game. Okay, well, if I can just go backwards through the door into the hallway where the back door is, and the gallery room, I believe we'll be able to grab the shotgun. So I better take the broken shotgun back. Locked from the inside. Well, it's either find the sword key or nothing, I suppose. So let's just grab this lighter in case we need it for anything. I was actually also wrong about that. I thought Chris had come with the lighter automatically equipped in the game, but I must have been thinking about Resident Evil 2, where I believe Leon has the lighter right off the bat and Claire has the lockpick. There's just a red herb in there. I'm going to leave it alone. I can always come back easily enough without risking any damage, I suppose, since I cleared out the zombies in this area in case I actually do need the health. And we can go ahead in here and use the lighter. There may be a necessary item in the darkened cupboard over in this attic room this time. Whoa! I am sorry to see those bullets go, but I really had no other choice at the moment. Okay, now where's that candelabra? By the way, is that how you pronounce it, candelabra? Zombie in here? No, thank God. Ah, the sword key right there. Good. Unfortunately, I'll have to go back and deposit an item to make room for it. I would say that's definitely an obscure place to actually be exploring this area in order to find the key that will unlock the very first area, technically, that you explore in the game on normal mode, especially as Jill, the lower floor of the West Wing. Can't remember if I actually got rid of all the zombies in here yet or not. Okay, apparently I did. we'll go on ahead with the last hallway on the lower floor of the east wing that had all the green wallpaper in several rooms before going back to grab the sword key. And I shan't need that for a while, if at all. It really does just add a lot of complications to Chris's game just to have 2 less item spaces. It's a fantastic idea in Resident Evil 2. Either Leon or Claire, at least on one of their games, you can grab an item that will actually add 2 item spaces. And I believe that's the end of my Magnum bullet, so I better watch out. Oh, that's it. Okay, and of course, I'll have to find the chemical first before I can use it in there. The sword key is also required for that door. That's interesting. I'm officially out of means to defend myself unless I happen to get a lucky headshot with my very last handgun bullet. So I better try to start traversing through the empty areas of the house to get to the next few destinations that I have. Actually, we'll go ahead and put that up. I doubt I'll be getting Magnum bullets for a long time now. Boy, you really do explore areas out of order in arrange mode. Is there something in Richard's body? Oh, no. I thought since I bumped into it, that meant there was an item available. Actually, sorry, I meant to go the other way. We'll take care of the rest of the west wing first before entering the one room that I know was locked with the sword key on the other hall. Or on the other side, sorry. Playing through this game again definitely takes me back to the old days. Even though I generally did like Final Fantasy series and some of their RPG series better than Resident Evil, was like this was the game simply because you could complete it in a couple of hours, instead of 20, 30, however long it takes to complete a traditional RPG. I was always playing over this one over and over. And by the way, I have no means to fight, so I better just run on ahead. In case I ever need to go through that door, I'll go ahead and use the armor key on that. And good, we have just enough space for grabbing the shotgun. I wonder who had the inhuman strength to actually take hold of the barrel and twist the metal around like that, huh? Kind of reminds me of the Looney Tunes episodes where Bugs Bunny would trick Elmer Fudd into shooting himself. Oh, crap. Oh. Wow, that definitely put a damper on the... Wow. Don't know how I'm going to take them down, actually. But I'm definitely in big trouble. Kinda wish I hadn't gone through that last hallway, because I would have had 3 magnum bullets specifically for taking out all 3 zombies in that room. What to do. I suppose I can... I suppose I can always grab the knife and just sacrifice, well, much health to tell you the truth. But I'm definitely not too keen on the idea. It looks like I have no other health period in order to sacrifice. Well, actually, guys, I'll just cut out the next part trying to figure out a way to defeat those zombies. This really could take a while. And the knife may not get me far enough, and on top of that, I mean, if that's true, then I'll definitely have to go about safe areas of the house looking for more health to spare. So in that case, I'll just see you back when I've managed to take care of the situation. Well, good news everyone, I actually managed to slip past the first zombie somehow, while the other 2 circled around the other side of the room, and I'm now able to just straight up take the shotgun with no problem. And I can use it to fend off the rest of these undead bastards. No, I'll put down the broken shotgun, thank you. Oh, come on, guys. I ain't got all day. Actually, somehow I defeated the first zombie with a knife. Wow. Actually, you know what? No need to even fight him. Unless there's something on... No. Okay. Yep, no need to fight him. I'm not willing to risk an extra shotgun shell to go back and see if there was something on the coffee table. I did miss that one. Okay, good. I got out of that with very, very little grief. Ooh! Quick moving zombie. That's funny. Did I unlock this door already? No, I sure didn't. I could swear I remember it being locked with the armor key. Maybe that was in Remake. Oh, that's definitely not the young boy. See, the lively boy would be here. What do we have in here? Okay, well that didn't really change. There's another crest. Locked behind this puzzle. It seems for some reason the crows aren't obligated to attack you in any way, even though they're zombified just like the rest. They should have a natural craving for human flesh, but they won't attack you unless you piss them off by getting the puzzle wrong. Like an electric jolt goes through the metal rails that they're sitting on. That's pretty much it. Okay, well, let's put this up and continue. So 17 shells in all, and that's all I got. Yeah, I can just grab the sword key again on my way back through the east wing to unlock that last door. But for now, I believe I'll try to pick up some extra health from the balcony. Actually, that would be foolish to tell you the truth. Because after all, I'm not even sure I'll need it yet, and it will always be there until I, go all the way to the lab, so no need for that. I do, however, I believe I will need to grab an small key from the bathtub in this room, though. And there's a zombie in the mirror, I believe. Or not. Okay. Never mind, there's no getting out of that one, apparently. By the way, where did he come from, huh? Well, it at least got me a handgun clip. That's, you know, better than nothing, I suppose. To tell you the truth, I feel I could spare the health now more than the ammunition. I think the zombie was actually hiding just around the corner in the toilet, but I totally forgot that, you know, I can just simply intercept it myself without looking in the mirror. But of course the camera angle will make you want to check the mirror first before actually walking all the way over to the little area where the toilet is. And actually, come to think, I was going to go the other way around, even if it meant going an extremely long way around in order to avoid shooting the dogs, but since there should be a clip in here, I think it'll be more convenient. Okay, not bad. Yeah, grants me safe and easy passage and gets me back 7 bullets, at least. Or no, it gains me 8. My bad. That's what I meant to say. I'm hoping that just for kicks somehow they thought to put another clip there behind that dresser, but no. The armor key. We'll go back here, and for all I know, on arrange mode, there might be a necessary item back here. So let's go ahead and explore this one. Although I know it will mean wasting ammo on some zombies. Oh, fell for it. Come on, headshot. There we go. Oh, good, another clip. Perhaps there'll also be shotgun ammo in... Woo. I seem to be having a little luck getting a headshot if I re-aim after the first few unsuccessful shots. Well, in any event, considering I've taken no damage, this is definitely worth the trip so far. And again, we need to check this area too, just to be sure. Tougher than the rest, buddy. Well, I guess if it was to gain 2 herbs worth and maybe some ink ribbons if they're on the bed over there. Or in that little curtained area, whatever the hell that is. Well, things are going quite well so far. By the way, I'm noticing little having trouble saying that word, fluctuations on the audio file as it's being recorded, but if you hear that, I actually believe that's the people in the apartment above me stomping around like they've been doing the last few weeks. Gonna need to make a note to complain about that. Okay, so we need to pick the sword key back up in this room. And we'll go ahead and save. Now, one thing has struck me. I could swear I remember the bar actually being locked with the armor key, but I just threw it away because it said I didn't need it anymore. I don't know if I've actually used it yet or not, but whatever. Okay, well first let's go ahead and take care of the zombie behind the closet door here. Maybe that's where the final door for the sword key goes, is to the piano room, where the bar is. I don't know why, I just really like the wallpaper in this area right here. I believe another zombie has taken residence, perhaps, yep. Since the very first one that I killed. Or actually, no, come to think, I ran away from it, so it's no wonder it's there. And good stuff. Ken still gives you ammunition. Yeah. Okay, so the sword key is out now. And I should use, I should put something up so I can have two spaces for the wood emblem and grabbing the music. Well, as loath as I would be to give him up, I'm afraid I'm going to still need the shotgun shells for the snake boss coming up, and I believe that's where I'll call it into this particular episode. But it just dawned on me that I actually will have to go out to that lower floor balcony where I said I could always go back later in case I needed extra health. The chemical used to to kill off the plant monster in the greenhouse, which of course I'll need to grab the item back there behind it. That's where the chemical is located, is out on the balcony. But oh well. Wow. I think I actually just straight up went right to the chest and didn't even bother to grab the wooden emblem. Well, this is where Rebecca comes in. Well, it's good anyway because I'll have to, since Chris doesn't know music, Rebecca will have to practice for a while before she finally gets it right and open up the passage for me.
Are you all right?
Yes, I have decided not to grieve any longer.
Well, that's always good, I guess. At least the line made sense for once.
Ah, it's the Moonlight Sonata.
Can you play?
She's quite flat on half the notes, I would say.
Wait, what is that?
My interpretation is off a little. Chris, may I practice for a while?
Well, you can at least do something useful, so...
See? Just relax and play.
All right.
Even if this didn't open up a passageway or anything, at least it's keeping her out of danger. Okay, so while she's practicing at that, we'll go grab the chemical, take care of the plant monster, and then actually grab the wooden emblem to use back here. I have a feeling that dog on the other side is going to somehow make it over. This one's proving tough. Yeah, it took 7 shots that time. That's not good. Yep, there goes one. Luckily, he failed to take the clear opportunity to hit me. Okay, so let's go ahead and make a combined herb. I'll be half the space. Ooh, last one made it over too. You know, there was one good thing about that that fan fiction novelizing all the GameCube remake of Resident Evil back on fanfiction.net that I was talking about with Lantis in the last LP. In fact, if you want to read it by chance, it's called Resident Evil Rebirth. I'm sorry, I can't remember the name of the author, but I did like the story in terms of how he managed to keep, you know, other STARS members alive for a while and keep entire groups of them together as they went through the house solving puzzles. But for now, it's pretty much just me and Rebecca in the house who are still alive. And it's been that way ever since Jill and Wesker disappeared, I would say, pretty much. But for instance, in this person's story, during the scene where you actually need to take out that one Crimson Head that was particularly violent, I think like the researchers who experimented on him called him V-Act, and that's why they had him, I don't know, frozen or something, then putting that coffin out in the graveyard. Actually, like, I think five or six STARS members were actually there for that fight and needed to work together to defeat it because it was so, it was so quick and violent. They expended a lot of ammo on him until finally, when Chris had an idea and dared to get grabbed by it, shoved a flash grenade in its mouth, and quickly ran away, telling one of the other guys to shoot it for him. It was just nice. It kind of had a whole new take on certain scenes that you can imagine playing out from the game in terms of, as if it were happening in real life. Just the mere addition of other people exploring the house together and facing certain situations together, unlike what you can do in the game, because you can only play as one person. That just made a really interesting take on things. It's worth reading at least once. So again, if just by my suggestion you actually wanted to go to fanfiction.net and read that, then it was called Resident Evil Rebirth. And hopefully you'll find whichever one novelizes the remake. There may be more than one story that's named Rebirth or something. Okay, well, let's actually grab the emblem this time. There we go. the snake boss, I think he'll pretty much do the same damage to me that he does in normal mode, in which I'll go down in 3 or 4 bites. So I'll definitely need to take some time to swing back by the greenhouse and make a few full herbs. But first I'll have to get rid of this wooden emblem. Got it yet, Rebecca?
Chris! You like it?
Well, you'll have to play first before I can tell whether I do or not.
Oh, that was great.
What is that?
It's called a secret passage, miss. Watch her freak out when the wall goes back down. Oh, she didn't. Okay.
Chris, are you all right?
Okay, so I'm not sure how this works on a range, or at least I don't remember. Because of the point in which you encounter Rebecca in a range mode, but with normal or beginner, she'll ask to come with you when you encounter her in the downstairs save room on the east wing. And if you say no, then I think she pretty much keeps to herself, and you don't meet her again until after you come back from the guardhouse and the hunters have infested the area. But there is an advantage to saying that you'll take her along in that case, and that I think she'll be there to actually take care of the piano puzzle for you in a shorter amount of time or something like that. And also she'll help you when you're poisoned. I think she'll grab the serum for you so that you don't have to actually, run down your health going for the serum yourself. And also, finally, she'll help you defeat Plant 42 by coming up with that V-Jolt chemical, which I think saves some, potential ammo and health in the battle. But yeah, if you say that you don't want her following you after you first encounter her, then she won't be there to help you during those times, because she'll do as you say and not kind of keep a close trail on you, so that she'll know when you're at when you get into trouble. But in arranged mode, I'm not sure, since I didn't have the option of whether I should ask her to come along or not. I'm really not sure what happens then. But as far as I know, she is safe, and I haven't done anything to condemn her to dying before the game is over. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put up the handgun in order to create room, because, even though I should save ammo, I think it's just going to take a little bit too much of your health to fight the giant snake with just a handgun, so... Actually, couldn't think I'm about to make health, so I really shouldn't take that. I was about to say, are all the plants gone in arrange mode? Okay, and finally we'll take just one extra green herb along since we'll have the space. And that will save us from one extra little nibble from the snake. Well, I think we're ready to go. Okay, Richard, you're still there. You're still there. That's what I was trying to say until my voice caught. As long as he didn't get up and start walking around. Yeah, poison, we all know. And I believe that's danger. My vital signs are definitely low. Now I do believe you actually can go for the crest without having to defeat the snake, but, you know, as far as I'm concerned, he'd be able to trap you in here easily. And then you just end up taking a whole bunch of unnecessary damage. See shotgun shells on the shelf by any chance? Maybe on the barrels? Yes.
Chris!
Am I poisoned? Damn it, give me serum.
I'm sure the serum must be there. I'll be right back.
Must be there. I don't know, there's just a better way they could have said lines like this, you know? I mean, technically she's still right. But I mean, she could have said something like, yeah, I'm sure there's more serum where you got it last. I mean, even if she didn't know the room specifically. And it turns out Rebecca's gonna have an easy time getting there and back because, well, I cleared out all the zombies. Unless there's a surprise I'm just not remembering here. Gosh, she just looks so wispy and harmless. But if you played the prequel to Resident Evil, you'd find that Rebecca's actually a tough little girl. Her kind of sweet childish face really doesn't change though, no matter what game she's in. Even after punk slapping a tyrant in Resident Evil 0. Speaking of which, does Rebecca even have, like, the medical supplies on her in order to administer a shot? You know, syringe and needle? Chris looks like he's totally dead.
You alright?
Yeah. What happened?
You were bitten by a poisonous snake. Are you okay?
Never mind the fact that it was gigantic.
My head is killing me.
I think you will be alright because I gave you a shot. But please be careful.
You saved my life. I owe you one.
And Rebecca's actually cool enough to not blush in praise, you know, in modesty at the praise or anything. I think she just kind of silently looks at him with those girlish eyes and is like, yeah, you kind of do. Anyway, guys, really no need for you to see the rest of this. I'm just going to go to a safe room and gather the paraphernalia together in order to open the back door, and then, I'll rejoin you then. Later.